for the opportunity to make this brief statement on the distinguished Fugu and its Ghanaian heritage. The iconic Ghanaian smoke, locally known as Fugu or Batakari in my local language, traces its origin to the northern savanna regions of Ghana, to the ancient Dagomba, Mamprusi, and Gonja kingdoms, emerging around the 15th century. Mr. Speaker, traditionally woven from stripes of cotton grown in the savanna soils of Temale, Yendi, Salaga, and neighboring towns, Fugu's creation was generally influenced by the northern region's climate and the availability of locally produced cotton. This attire evolved from simple tunic worn by warriors and farmers to royalty and chiefs. Mr. Speaker, although deeply rooted in northern culture and embodies ethnic identity, Fugu has over the years won the heart of the entire nation. Its tightly woven nature, interlocking motifs, and signature patterns symbolizes strength, authority, cultural pride, and unity. It is worn in colorful displays during festivals, weddings, funerals, and official gatherings. Mr. Speaker, the importance of Fugu, especially to northern Ghana, is vital and multifaceted. Economically, it sustains thousands of weavers and traders due to its high patronage to the northern region and exports to the diaspora. This single commodity fuels large markets as well as many cultural centers, tourist sites, and the like across the country. Socially, Mr. Speaker, it marks status, achieves Fugu heavy with silver amulets, talisman, and rich design commands respect. Like we all are adorned in it today, it signifies its unifying capabilities. We have seen our first president of the land and the 5 making up the Big 6 declare our independence in beautifully hand-woven smocks. As we have seen other past presidents and great leaders, regardless of tribe or political affiliation, display the beautiful attire on many occasions. Mr. Speaker, in recent times, our President, His Excellency John Dramani Mahama, has always re-echoed and educated the world on Ghana's rich culture, as he represented us on his recent trip to Zambia in a beautiful piece. Mr. Speaker, today, amid urbanization, Fugu adapts and fits all persons and events. Fashion designers blend it with other fabrics to create customized version. Yet, it remains a pillar not only northern but Ghanaian identity, weaving past cultural differences and ethnic resilience into national visibility, harmony, and international recognition. Lastly, Mr. Speaker, I am very glad the government has declared Wednesdays a National Fugu Day, encouraging all Ghanaians and friends of the motherland to dedicate every Wednesday to wearing Fugu in its various forms and design, further promoting this outstanding traditional outfit on the world stage. I thank you, Mr. Speaker, for the opportunity to make this statement. Thank you.
Honorable members, the floor is now open. Now I give the floor to Honorable Azikadongo.
Thank you, Mr. Speaker. Mr. Speaker, I rise to commend the maker of this important statement. Mr. Speaker, the Fugu or Batakari or smoke, as we have come to know, has been an age-long clothing that we use, and you can see right from the days of independence that the smoke was part of our culture even when we gained independence. But in recent years, successive governments have taken turns, particularly our presidency, to adore the cloth called the smoke. However, it appears that the effort that they made to promote the smoke did not gain prominence until recently when His Excellency visited our neighbors in the Zambia to foster the closer relationship that we have had with our brothers in Zambia. Incidentally, we all know that culturally our dressing differs from one country to the other, and no particular dress is superior to the other, except that the people who use them appreciate them the way they dress them. So it was not a surprise that our colleagues took to an exception and began to tease our president and refer to our revered clothes in very funny terms. In fact, they refer to us as a blouse. But we can forgive them because they didn't know the significance of that. As His Excellency the President indicated, that he had worn this elegant dress in most of his engagement with the United Nations, and even at the biggest world stage, the smoke was featured. Unfortunately, it was surprising to him that the people of Zambia had not noticed that he had that proverbial liking for dressing in this attire. But then our neighbor, the President of the Zambia, in an attempt to atone for the misunderstanding of his people, indicated that he was on a mission to order several cloths or smoke to the people of the Zambia. That gesture was a very interesting one, which helped to calm the social media, banter that ensued. Mr. Speaker, I see the declaration by His Excellency to refer us back to wear this cloth on Wednesdays as a means to energize the industry and provide livelihood support to the people who deal in this clothing. What is important for us is that as a government, we need to provide concrete support to the weavers and those who sew this clothing so that they can meet the emerging huge demand that we expect for the smoke in our country. So, ladies and gentlemen, I want to encourage my colleagues, particularly for those of us who are from communities where this clothing is weaved, to provide the support that they need so that they can meet the market, earn some income, and boost the local economy. Mr. Speaker, this is the dawn of the Ghanaian that we have always yearned for. And that in future on Wednesday, I'll be happy to see the Honorable Speaker in the chair in this elegant dress so that the people of Ghana will see that we are responding to the call of His Excellency. But I understand that that call was made only yesterday and some of my colleagues were not prepared for this day. But I know from next week, I will see my good brother Habib dressed in the proverbial attire that he's been used for, and Nanantona will be happy to see him cladded in the proverbial smoke. So thank you very much for this opportunity, and thank you for the maker of the statement. This is the beginning of good things to come for the smoke industry in Africa and in Ghana. Thank you very much, Mr. Speaker.
Yes, Honorable Anyimelu Entry.
Thank you, Mr. Speaker. Mr. Speaker, as had been said by the last speaker, some of us were not aware of this information that we've declared Wednesday to be a Fugu wearing day. Last week, I was in my normal smoke when I was about entering the chamber, and I met some of the pressmen who had said, that was Friday, that we had declared last Friday as the Fugu Friday. It was, then I asked why, because I didn't know anything. It was Friday, and normally we wear traditional wears on Friday. Then I was informed of the misinformation that had been given by the Zambians. Some saying that our president was wearing a parachute. Others also saying that he was wearing kaba. Mr. Speaker, this is the highest form of ignorance. This is not the first time that we are wearing smoke. We've taken it to functions, we've taken it on travels, and everywhere in Africa and the rest of the world, anybody that sees smoke admires it. Besides that, those of us who wear smoke, because it's made from cotton, Mr. Speaker, it doesn't matter the weather, whether it is hot or chilled weather, you are comfortable to wear smoke. It shouldn't take us, as Parliament, the President, to wear it for people to make derogatory remarks on them before we cherish our culture. Culture is defined as a way of people, including the clothes they wear and the food they eat. Kente cloth, Mr. Speaker, I know that several statements had been made. And I remember when a colleague from Bonyure was here, I think almost every year when they were doing the Kente Festival, she gave a statement on Kente cloth. I am a weaver myself of Kente cloth when I was a young boy. That was how we started it. This part of that. Similarly, smoke is something. Mr. Speaker, I've lost count of the number of smoke that I have, both at the constituency and in Accra here. So it's part of us. And I think that we must be certain, if we have to decide that we are taking it on Friday as a traditional way, I think it will be better. So maybe leadership should put their heads together, and if we are able to start this from Parliament, I am sure that it will transcend to the rest of Ghanaians, so that the rest of the world will cherish our way. We must cherish it ourselves, but now I think we are confused whether we have to wear it on Wednesdays or on Fridays. As a matter of fact, when I wore it on Friday, last Friday, I didn't have anything in mind that I was making a conscious effort of what we have decided on. It was a normal way that I had done on a Friday. And I think if we are able to go by that, it will help. So when they asked me, the press asked me, one of the things that I said was that, oh, I'm not wearing it because of President Mahama. But I would not sit down for anybody to make derogatory remarks against our president, even though I have never voted for him. I wouldn't allow anybody to make a derogatory statement because he had worn smoke. This is pure ignorance, and it's high time we as parliamentarians will wake up and make sure that we are proud of our culture, so that the rest of Ghana would appreciate it, and the rest of Africa and the rest of the world would appreciate it. Mr. Speaker, thank you very much. I still emphasize, let us come together and agree on one day.
We do secret balloting. Why are you announcing to us who you vote for?
Mr. Speaker, I said I have never voted for him. We want to hear that again.
Do we need that?
Mr. Speaker, Mr. Speaker, yes, I'm saying that where I'm standing, I belong to the New Patriotic Party.
Yeah, but we engage in secret balloting.
It is obvious.
You are behaving like what happened in the primaries. People didn't vote for Baumia, but I guess they are pretending that they have voted for Baumia. For all you know, you have also voted for President Mahama, but here you are saying you have not voted for Mahama.
Mr. Speaker, that was only a reporter's speech I was making. That was a reporter's speech I made to the press.
Very well.
Not anything mischievous.
Yes,
thank you, Mr. Speaker.
Speaker, I want to yield to Haji Aladi. Yes. Honorable Haji Aladi Ayamba.
Thank you, Mr. Speaker. And thank you, leader, for yielding your position to me. Let me first of all thank Honorable Dr. Iddrisu for the statement that she made. I overheard some people earlier on saying that, oh, but she's not from the north, no. That is a very big mistake. Mr. Speaker, the Fugu, as we popularly call here, or many people refer to, is an indigenous cloth, although emanating from the northern sector, as most of us know. It's a cloth that actually covers a lot of traditional areas for their own cultural purposes. Mr. Speaker, the Fugu, as you have seen, these two colors I'm wearing are from my own constituency, made from my constituency. And we have different colors. Some of the colors, I overheard Mr. Honorable Deputy Minority Whip talking about how the cap should be worn. Mr. Speaker, even colors send messages. Mr. Speaker, there is a particular color which you will not find often worn everywhere, or it's not everybody that wears it. Locally, in my tradition, they call it Bankobok, the feather of a guinea fowl, meaning that there is nothing that you can do to wash the color of a guinea fowl, no matter how much rain. Mr. Speaker, the fact is that that cloth is being used by people who are spiritually, let me put that in quotes, spiritually matured, and they use it for a whole lot of juju, let me say juju or voodoo or whatever you may call it. It is a particular type of fugu. Mr. Speaker, we have the white, and the white, we have the very bright white, and we have the cream white. Many a times you see us women using the very white cloth, especially our queen mothers. They like to use the very white one for our cultural purposes. You may sew it as I have sewn and still have a cloth like what I have put over with the edges removed and properly woven for decorative purposes. And in those days, Mr. Speaker, you wear just the two. One under and then one on the chest and the small one up, as I have said. It is these days that we have gone into sewing like I have sewn. Mr. Speaker, the Fugu is a cloth accepted by many tribes, many districts, many people, and it fits basically everybody. It is not for any particular tribe. And you will realize that the late President Rawlings, he had a fugu that he used to wear, and we used to say, yes, that is how the Voltarians wear theirs. So he will wear a long sleeves under and wear what we will say kwalang. In Kusal, we will say kwalang on top of it. The small one, he will wear on top of it. With the Dagombas especially, they have them in so many decorations and shades. The Gonjas have it the same way. If you watch the sewing, Mr. Speaker, many people do not understand and they cannot use the sewing to tell which fugu comes from where. The best fugu you can get is those that are sewn by hand. They are sewn by hand. Every thread is sewn by hand. These days, people sew them with sewing machines, and it's not as nice as the one that is hand sewn. Now, some people these days also sew it with the sewing machine, but still use the hand, the needle and thread to decorate. And I've seen so many of them, basically almost all those here have got that type. But there is one person here who is wearing the properly hand-sewn one with all the decoration. Honorable member for He is wearing the locally sewn one. Mr. Speaker, Honorable Yusuf Suleimana is also wearing one that comes from the Gonja area. And because of the way I know them, I'm able to tell. But we will refer, Honorable Yusuf, if you can help us make sure that it is properly seen. And that is from his hometown. Now, I am making all these statements to collaborate with what Honorable Speaker had said about us supporting skill or entrepreneurs. Mr. Speaker, the fact is that if we are able to support the woman or the girl child right from the growing age, very early stages, some of them are actually not in school, but they go in to learn, apprentices to learn how to weave. The only thing they need from us is funding to buy the sichel, those machines they use these days, and also to buy the thread. Some of them can hire the sichel, but they do not have money to buy the thread. They need a lot of support. Our vocational schools are doing so well, but they need that support, and also they need market for it. So if we decide that we are going to wear it on a particular day, then we should also be able to ensure that we use our good offices to support our various assemblies, to at least identify some group of persons, both men and women weaving, to ensure that they produce. Then we can carry along with the Fugu Day, whether it's Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday. It has no particular day on which you should wear. That is now for us to decide. And it will make us continue to communicate to the outside world that it is not a parachute, neither is it a blouse. It's quite interesting. So, Mr. Speaker, let us continue to work hard, support our people, and portray our culture, portray what we really mean. And in fact, this takes me, Mr. Speaker, to congratulate the Right Honorable Speaker himself for the way he dresses to the chamber. He has refused to stick himself with, with heat, tying whatever every day. Mr. Speaker, with all respect to you, he wears his fugu or attire from the Volta region or from the Ashanti region, Volta, any part of Ghana. And you see that everybody is like, yes, this is beautiful, this is nice. So let us go that way. Let us buy the idea. Let us project our country and project ourselves. Honorable Dr. Iddrisu, well done. I thank you, and I wish us all the best that we will continue. Mr. Speaker, thank you very much for the opportunity.
I think statement time. The minority side, you have not spoken.
Speaker, after the maker, it's only Honorable Anyimedu who spoke. Nobody from our leadership. And Mr. Speaker,
very well. You have the floor.
Thank you. And let me also commend the maker of the statements for this important statement. Mr. Speaker, the President's call is a call in the right direction. It's a rehash of what President Kufuor did. His trade minister, then through the President, had also declared Friday during the President Kufuor era for us to wear fugu as a form of identity. Mr. Speaker, the fugu or African wear, fugu specifically, it is originated from the northern region as a traditional wear. Mr. Speaker, it symbolizes authority, symbolizes respect and cultural identity. Mr. Speaker, we must know that there are ways and forms in which this fugu is wear. and we must be able to identify ourselves with it. For instance, the Member of Parliament for Pusiga, Honorable Honorable Ajia Ladi. I didn't say Honorable Baba again, it's withdrawn. Honorable Baba is withdrawn. Honorable Ladi. Women, this is the proper way for women to wear the fugu. You do it batakari in a form, the way she is dressed with your diku, and then you have it on your shoulder. Just like how the Member of Parliament for Salaga South, Honorable Zuera, is dressed. That is how it is properly worn. Mr. Speaker, the maker of the statement must know that next time as a woman, this is the proper way for it to be dressed as a woman. As a woman. Mr. Speaker. Let me continue. Mr. Speaker. Mr. Speaker.
Honorable Habib, I'll give the floor to Majority Chief Whip. Majority Chief Whip,
Mr.
why
Speaker,
are you on your feet?
the content of speech of a member must, as much as possible, contain parliamentary language. Mr. Speaker, to refer to the maker of the statement that as a woman, she ought to know that that is not how women are supposed to dress in Fugu, and that the way Ajia Ladi appears is how women are supposed to properly appear in Fugu. It's improper. It's improper. There's no,
Yes,
please,
Honorable Habib, what do you say?
there's no formula to determine how a woman should appear in this house. Please, don't do that.
Honorable members, please, what is wrong is wrong,
Mr. Speaker.
no matter where it is coming from.
Mr. Speaker.
So let's just accept and move forward.
Mr. Speaker, he's in the Majority Chief Whip interpretation of what I said is completely out of context. Mr. Speaker, I said that traditionally what Honorable Ladi is wearing, traditionally what Honorable Ladi is wearing is how women dress in the Fugu
Honorable
attire.
Habib, you are right, but so long as you said as a woman, I mean, you know it is offensive.
Mr.
And once
Speaker,
it is offensive,
Mr.
you only
Speaker,
have
I
to
am
do the
guided.
needful.
Mr. Speaker, I am guided. Mr. Speaker, I am guided.
Allow him to talk. Why? If you allow him to talk, how is the speaker going to hear? Keep quiet and allow him to talk.
Mr. Speaker, let me continue to make my point. I'm guided.
Please just withdraw that and proceed.
Mr. Speaker, Mr. Speaker is withdrawn. But, Mr. Speaker, I am making this statement to be able to also give out a form of education on tradition. And when I make such statements, I will definitely not make a statement to insult her in any way. And I am saying traditionally, women dress like Honorable Zuera and Honorable Ladi. That was the point I was making. So, Mr. Speaker, I'll continue to make my point. And Mr. Speaker, wearing Fugu.
Yes, Majority
Mr.
Chief Whip.
Speaker, I get the sense in the matter that the First Deputy Minority Whip wants to convey. You can say that in our tradition, but you are situating your statement in context. Say that in our tradition, because the traditions vary. They vary. If they vary, there are women from some traditions in the north, they wear the batakari with shorts. With shorts. That is their tradition. So situate it in your tradition. Then you are clear to go. But if you say traditionally, you are mixing all the traditions.
They are not the same. Please. Mr. Speaker, I'm guided. And Mr. Speaker, I'm guided. And Mr. Speaker, wearing fugu as signifying authority, respect, and cultural identity. The same thing that wearing fugu vary from tribe to tribe. And like my good friend, Honorable Gomado, the way he is dressed, a Dagomba like me cannot dress the way he is dressed because we don't wear the same color, the same smock and the hat. Definitely, it is allowed. Other tribes like Gonjas wear the same thing as he is dressed, but the Gombas don't wear the same color. Mr. Speaker, and even wearing smock and the hat also signifies. Thank you, Mr. Speaker. Mr. Speaker, when you wear the smock with the hat, thank you, Mr. Speaker. Mr. Speaker, wearing smock with the hat also signifies authority. And Mr. Speaker, traditionally, if you wear the hat, if it is tilted to the left or right, it means influence, it means wealth, and it means somebody who is peaceful. If you wear the hat with it tilting to your occiput, it signifies that probably nobody will be able to defeat you. And when you wear the hat standing straight forward, it means power, authority. Traditionally, as the Gombes, it is only somebody with the status of the Yana who have reached the climax, who is the owner and overlord of the Bon, who wear the hat with it pointing straight. So, Mr. Speaker, these basics, as much as the President call is in the right direction, we should be able to know the basics and some small things that we can be able to use to signify. Mr. Speaker, I was taking time and very mindful in doing this education because when our president wore it in Zambia, they were thinking otherwise. They were thinking he is either wearing a parachute or he's wearing something else. So that is why I think that we should be able to educate ourselves as Ghanaians, as people from the northern region who traditionally this smoke starts from. So, Mr. Speaker, without much, I'll also just commend the maker of the statement and to call on the majority chief whip that if he wants to obey the directive of the president, he must obey it properly. And when he's obeying the directive of the president that we should wear it on Wednesday, it must be complete. Majority chief whip, it must be complete. You must not wear it and then you say that it is from the voter region, whilst others from the voter region is wearing with the hat. Even speaker is wearing sometimes with the hat. The first deputy speaker, he understands the Dagbon tradition well. His good friend is the chief, the Yana chief for smokes. He's a good friend of the speaker. So when he dressed, or our first deputy speaker, you see that it is properly dressed. It brings out the tradition. It brings out Mr. Speaker, I won't be distracted without much. This is I support the maker of the statement, and I think we should obey it and always try to wear it on Wednesday. But probably after we have passed a lot of things, then we will be able to appreciate that this signifies and bring us out as northerners. I thank you, Mr. Speaker.
Members, it is good to wear made in Ghana clothes, fugu for that matter. Honourable members, there is no single traditional way of wearing fugu. Honourable members, some can wear the fugu batakari with 2 inner, 3 inner. Some will just wear without the inner. Honourable members, some believe that with the hat, if you turn it to your left, it means you are not married, you are available. And some also believe that when you turn it to the right, it means you are married, you are not available. So these things do not have a single meaning or a way of wearing the smock. And it is not automatic that once you are in smock, you have to wear the hat. It depends upon the way you want to dress. On this note, I want to thank the maker of the statement that every Wednesday we must do well to be in the Fugu. All members, it is true. If an Ewe or Ewe is dressing in cloth, he will have to wear a shirt we call jumper. But when the Ashantis are wearing cloth, they don't wear the jumper. So there is no single traditional way of wearing the cloth. It varies from one place to another. And if you can watch, if Right Honorable Speaker want to dress in cloth in a way, you will see him wearing jumper before the cloth. When he wants to go Ashanti way, you will realize that he won't wear jumper, he will just wear the cloth. So it varies from one area to the other. I thank the maker of the statement, and we must make it a habit that every Wednesday we all appear in our smock in order to promote Made in Ghana wear. Thank you very much. All members, statement time is ended.